If real estate is going to crash, the particular word we are using is crash. There has to be a bigger picture in the economy of India. There was a project in South Bhopal only where people have invested in a project that was not approved by the RERA. People have invested heavily in that project.
Okay.
But the builder suddenly ran out. People in India definitely wants to be rich very quick. I have 1 CR, you take it and you make me rich. He took money from the customer as a real estate but invested it in share market. Share market. But he lost it. And he ran away. Never feel FOMO about real estate investment. If you are not investing, people are earning. Never look at their earning. Real estate gives return, but it has to be in a separate way, in a longer term. It will create wealth for you. The one thing which we are good in, that is like you invest less amount and you earn more amount. When it comes to selling or liquidating your investment, that is a task, that is a challenge. In land investment, when you buy a land of 100 rupees, it may happen that after 10 years, it is still 100 rupees. But on the 11th year, it can turn 1 lakh rupees.
Rome was not built in a day, so you need a lot of people. Today we have a special guest. His name is Nilesh Dhanuka. He is a chartered accountant, but he's in the business of real estate. So he's a real estate consultant from his company, The Rich Realtor. So we'll hear it from him, from his experience, what's going on in real estate in 2025 and what's going to be the future and what is his past learning. So our focus on this podcast is obviously growth. So what is required to grow in the real estate field is we will hear it from him, Nilesh. So Nilesh, thank you so much for joining in today.
Thank you, Rushik, for inviting me. I think I will be giving you some insights which will help other people to know how to invest in real estate in Ahmedabad.
Absolutely. So before we start, can you share your story of being a real estate consultant, when you started and what you started with and what you're doing now?
See, I am a chartered accountant by education. I cleared my CA examination in 2012.
Okay.
After that, I have done my jobs in various companies. One was ICICI Bank and another was in Singapore. I was there for like 1.5 years.
Okay.
After that, when I came back to Ahmedabad, I didn't know what to do because I just wanted to do business. But that time I started my CA practice. But after some time I got introduced to real estate consultancy business and I saw the growth which we can achieve by real estate consultancy. So back in 2015 when I was doing my CA practice, so I did it for 2 to 3 years. But after that I gradually started shifting to real estate business.
Okay.
And I saw the growth opportunity which a consultant receives in real estate when you work on your ethics and everything. If you are doing ethical practice in real estate, money is not a barrier.
Absolutely. So it's a unorganized industry, so to say, specifically when it is related to consultants.
Very true.
We have a lot of real estate companies who are construction focused, or they can create good masterpieces of real brick and mortar stuff. But yes, when it comes to the consulting part, they promise something. So they promise a Taj Mahal and give an Eiffel Tower.
That is true, but that you are talking about the development side. But if you see what we do is like we are here to create alpha in your ROI in real estate.
Okay.
That is very simple. If somebody is earning 15% out of a real estate investment, we as a consultant are here to maximize that gain, creating alpha over the standard rate of return which everybody is getting out of real estate. So we are, as a chartered accountant, as a real estate consultant, we understand the concept of money. It is not just that you have to keep on working to earn money. If we talk about the passive income, so real estate is one thing that you invest and you can create wealth. That is true, but how can you maximize your wealth? In that portion, we come in.
Okay.
We maximize what you are getting, what everybody is getting, we try to maximize it. We create alpha for you.
Okay.
So we are not into the construction side, but we are into the sales and we are into the investment consulting more.
So then, does this terms come into play where right time of entry and right time of exit? Is there something in real estate like that?
See, that is true, you can say that, but it is very hard to time that.
Okay.
It is not just one factor. Definitely it is one of the factor, but it is not just the only factor where you can earn in real estate. There are many things. The one thing which we are good in, that is like you invest less amount and you earn more amount. That is also one thing. Other than timing, like if you buy a flat right now and the developer is asking for 30%, we try that after giving 30%, we try to sell it.
Okay.
So you invest your money in a portion, but you get profit on the whole property. That is one thing. Then of course timing is good. Like in recent time, there is ups and downs going on in Ahmedabad market. It is very stagnant. Just right from the Diwali 2024 till today, it is very stagnant market.
It hasn't grown yet.
It is not very much growing, or so it is the right time to buy. People think that market has crashed. Of course, the market has not crashed, but market has gone down. When it goes down, it is a good time to buy.
True.
So that is what we do.
True. So let's say if India's real estate market goes down tomorrow, what is that one move you will do or you will tell people to do?
See, the thing is that you have to understand the real estate is not a share market. It is not for short term. It is for wealth building on a longer term. You cannot see a real estate like ek saal mein we are investing and we want good returns. It is not like that. If you want to do that, there are many speculative things that you can go and do that can earn 20, 30, 40% in a day or two also. That is true. But real estate is a real game which will create wealth for you. So it is not like that tomorrow it is going to down or it is going to crash like 40, 50, 60%. That is not possible unless and until it is a global breakdown. If it is a global breakdown, if it is a global breakdown, then we can expect it to go down. But one thing that I will tell my investors is to keep patient, and if they have existing cash flow in hand, to invest more in that time.
Right.
Because when the market is crashed, when everybody is in fear, that is the best time when you buy.
Best time.
So if I see that it is upcoming in 2 or 3 months or 4 months, I see that the market is going down. So I will try to teach my investor or try to guide my investor to keep cash in hand in advance.
Got it.
That is the one thing I'm going to guide.
So recently Nikhil Kamath in one of his interviews said that India's real estate could crash anytime. And there was another expert who was telling because of a lot of urbanization and people are still moving from the villages to the cities, still there is a huge need of urbanization and real estate in developing cities. What is your take on it? Are you secretly like hoping that the crash happens soon?
See, the word crash is a very, very broad word. Crash is defined as what you define as a crash. Like it is 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. What defines crash? When we call it a crash in a market, it has a very huge impact on the whole industry. Not just real estate, but other industries also. Many industries are interconnected with real estate. So it cannot be like that if real estate is going to crash, the particular word we are using is crash. There has to be a bigger picture in the economy of India. Then and only then you can say that a single sector or one sector has crashed. So I don't see and I don't resonate with that it is going to crash. Maybe it will have a stagnant effect, that it will not grow. But if you see a bigger picture, like if for Ahmedabad, if I say there are many IT companies struggling right now to generate good profit as they used to do after COVID. So once that is not happening, people are not moving they are not hiring, so people are not moving from other smaller villages, towns to Ahmedabad. If they are not moving, they are not demand for flats and everything.
True.
So once it is always connected, real estate is connected with things.
Other things, yeah.
So other thing is going good, like IT business are flourishing, other businesses are flourishing and they are hiring people, then definitely urbanization will happen, and the more people will move in the city, the more they will need real estate in every way.
True.
So you cannot say that particularly real estate will crash like anything. But if it crash, it has to be a global breakdown or a bigger picture which will contribute in crashing real estate.
Got it.
So I don't resonate with everything they have said.
Got it. Can you share any instance where a customer came to you and gave a wildest unethical way of making money in real estate? What was your response to it and how did you deal with it?
See, unethical way, I have not been there for anybody like that. No request for something like that has happened ever. But unethical, I would not say it unethical, but I would say it that unexpected return expectations they have.
Okay.
Like somebody come to me and say, okay, I want to not earn in percentage, but earn in times. Okay, somebody wants I have invested today, I want 30-40% return in 1 year.
Okay.
So that is not possible every time.
True.
Sometime it happens also that we invest today, but there has to be some factor, there has to be luck factor, there has to be opportunity factor.
True.
But it cannot be done every time. If once for an investor we have earned like 25% in 6 months, he expects from us that we do it every 6
time.
months. That is not possible.
That's not possible.
So I cannot say it is unethical, but it is something that unexpected return asking is way much in real estate.
I see.
People do not understand real estate as a wealth builder. They understand it as a profit making. Profit making and wealth building is totally different concept.
True.
We are not in a share market or very short term investment strategy where it is speculative demand and supply concept where we invest today, we can earn 20, 30, 40% or number of times. Real estate gives return, but it has to be in a separate way in a longer term. It will create wealth for you.
True.
So that kind of a request I am getting till today also.
Okay, so they want to factorize time and take into account and want
yes, people in India
gain.
definitely wants to be rich very quick without doing anything. So their expectation is always there. I have 1 CR, you take it and you make me rich.
True.
So that is not possible every time.
So absolutely. So how important is location for real estate projects?
I think 100%. 100% it matters. Once you invest in somewhere where, see, the real estate where problem lies, where is the challenge in real estate, I'll tell you. The challenge is liquidity. Challenge is not profitability, it's not ROI, it's liquidity. People don't understand this, that you have invested in something from like when it was 100 rupees, now it is 120, next day it is 140, next day it is 200. What is the purpose? Because it is on paper right now. When you go and sell it, it is not getting sold out. Then there is no meaning of being it 100 to 200.
True.
See, so where location gives you added advantage, both location in both ways, location for the project and location of your investor in the project, that also matters a lot.
Okay.
Not everything is sold out in every project.
True.
Your location, for an example, if I say there is a very good project coming in at Vaishno Devi Circle right now, so Vaishno Devi Circle, that project is very good, but all the units in that project is also not good. So you have to select your investment in such a macro way that you select the particular place, location, project, developer and the unit inside that project also. Because when you come and say after 2 years that I want to sell this unit, it is possible that your neighbor's unit will be sold, but your unit will be not sold. So you have to be, that is the challenge we are facing. Liquidity is the challenge. So when you select the best of the best project, best of the best unit, then and only then you can ensure that out of 100 units, you will be the 10th or 15th unit that will be getting sold.
True, true. What is that one real estate deal that you think you want to go back and redo? Anything from your archive? Or anything similar that comes up in future that you would be waiting for?
See, I have done no deals like this which I would like to redo, but there are many investments which I have done in a smaller way, which I will think that I will go and do it big.
So any
For
examples?
example, if the one thing other than real estate I think is like investing in COVID, when share market was the lowest. If I can go back, I would sell all my real estate and invest in share market. So in real estate also there were many places where we have invested in a very smaller quantity, less units, less investment, but that has given us good return.
Okay.
Like if we see if particularly I go with the area, there is a Godavi area after Shela, South Bhopal, Shela and then Godavi, which is right now called Vapa. So there is a speculation or there is a smaller news going on that someday Olympics will come into 2036 in India and the major city will be hosting is Ahmedabad.
Okay.
And in Ahmedabad, one of the top area is Vapa.
Okay.
So that has given good returns to people, but we have not invested in a very huge numbers there because there are no projects right now, that bigger infrastructure and projects right now.
Okay.
But the way right now the development is going, we can see that this is going to be a good thing or a big thing in next real estate investment.
Okay.
So if we could go back 5 years and we can invest in some good lands and good projects there, we will definitely go back and do that.
Got it. So how do you consider investing in land versus considering it in investing in a constructing building?
See, both are different. Both category of investors are different. And both categories of investments have different expectations.
Okay.
For land, for an example, if I see a periphery of like 20 kilometers from SG highway, so the land investment is a higher value.
Okay.
You have to invest in land. You definitely have to have 10 cr, 15 cr, 20 cr.
Okay.
If I see in Sindhu Bhavan Road, you will not even get a plot in 10, 15 cr. Proper good plot for bungalow construction. So land is even bigger than that. But for fraction of unit investment, like I have 1 cr and I want to invest, we cannot think to invest in land. We can only invest in constructed properties. Second thing, investment you are doing with a different expectation. Generally, person who is investing in lands, they have a longer vision.
Right.
5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line. And they have an expectation of return like this will go 10 times, 12 times, 13 times. But for anybody who is looking to invest in a constructed or under construction property, they have a maximum horizon of 3 years. Like on a project where RERA has received, I am investing today, I want to sell it before the possession, which is roughly around 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years.
And their expectation is 15 to 20% annually ROI.
Got it. So
You
in
understand?
land, the return on investment is huge, provided that
Patience.
the time.
See, land I have seen. I would share a great example. One of my great client has told me, in land investment, when you buy a land of 100 rupees, it may happen that after 10 years it is still 100 rupees.
Okay.
It may happen.
Right.
But on the 11th year, it can turn 1 lakh rupees.
1 lakh rupees. Wow.
That is the magic of land investment.
investment.
Patience.
True.
Patience is the main thing which plays in your investment in lands. It can turn 100 to 200 in a day, in 2 days, 3 days, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. But definitely it will give you return. You have to be patient. You cannot think that 10 years it is still 100, I don't want to keep it, I sell it.
True.
The day you sell it, next day it will be 1 lakh rupees.
1 lakh. And land, it will never depreciate as well.
It will never. Land is the only thing that nobody can increase.
Nobody
will
can
always,
produce,
the
rather.
demand and supply, demand will be always high because supply is always limited.
Right. You cannot produce land.
You cannot produce. It is just changing hands. Somebody thinks that this area is overhyped, oversaturated, and now I have to exit. That person sells his land here and then he buy land after 20 kilometers.
Right.
That is the thing.
So, I'm assuming you would have also worked with a lot of ultra rich people. For them, luxury matters a lot.
True.
So, what do they demand? What are their demands versus a normal, common middleman demands?
See, I have told this in my earlier podcast also. Ahmedabad is right now in the trend shifting phase.
Okay.
If you go back like 5-10 years, people were not spending huge amounts on flats. Constructed residential flats were not in demand up to 5 CR, 10 CR.
Right.
People always thought that if I am spending 5-7 CR, then I have to buy bungalow.
Correct.
Today it is a trend shifting because bungalow, now people, the young generation, new generation who are buying flats for themselves for the first, second, third time, they think that bungalow is an isolated concept. There are safety issues. The safety issues plus there is a maintenance issues. You have to maintain everything yourself.
Right.
And the space planning of a bungalow, because if you want to buy a good bungalow in Sindhu Bhavan right now, then you have to have budget at least 15 CR. That is not possible.
True.
For everybody.
True.
So now the trend is shifting towards a constructed flats.
Okay.
So I have seen at peak time, peak projects, good location, penthouse worth rupees 13 to 20 CR also getting sold.
Wow.
And the amenities, that kind of comfort developers are trying to give to this kind of projects is like nothing. We have always had a word with other projects in Delhi, Gurgaon, maybe Bombay. They had this kind of comfort, they have this kind of amenities, this kind of luxury. But in Ahmedabad, this is now getting started. If I say that there is a project where they have already given a pet zone, entire space for pets.
Wow.
We had always seen kid zone, but now they are also giving pet zone.
Why? Because those ultra rich usually have a pet.
Have
Is
a
that
pet.
so? Okay.
They have a pet.
Okay.
We see these days that pet people are not keeping pets because there is no particular area they can go and play.
True.
So now the builders have started doing that. I have seen one project where there is 40 floor building, but on 20th floor open sky gym is there. where the roof is made of the glass. You can see the sun and do the gym.
Okay.
So that kind of different thinking, because people are spending 10 cr 5 cr on a flat right now. So they want proper security,
Right.
proper amenities. They want to feel that they are living in a resort.
Right.
So this is now going on.
Got it. That's why we see a lot of high-end apartments getting
There is no
sold.
limit now. We see that in the upcoming years also there will be basically a project of 5 cr minimum. So good areas will have at least 5 to 10 cr projects.
Real estate involves a lot of emotions. When someone is making a purchase, they're not buying an apartment, or they're not buying a land, or they're not buying an office. They are putting in their emotions, their hard-earned money. Have you ever had any experiences where someone would have lost their money or had any kind of a bad experience because the developer didn't deliver what they promised?
Yeah, it happened. It recently happened. I would not like to take names here, but there was a project in South Bhopal only, where people have invested in a project that was not approved by the RERA.
Mm-hmm.
People have invested heavily in that projects,
Okay.
but the builder suddenly ran away.
Oh.
So the hard-earned money of people who have earned their money and they were willing to pay to the developer that after 3 years they are going to shift in that home, they will. So a lot of emotions are attached. And in this kind of scenario, when this kind of thing happens, people are very devastated and they think that real estate is a bad thing to invest.
True.
But in this case, this kind of things, I would always say that there is a gap between what you are investing and what builder is offering. It is not just fault of somebody who has taken money from you. It is your fault also, because you have to do the due diligence.
True.
Before investing.
So what are the top 3 things that one should do before buying anything? Like, people usually forget because they come into that emotional cycle ki
True.
someone else would buy it, we have to take action fast, and they focus on that part or the money part, where to arrange the money, and they forget the basic checks that needs to be done. So what are those top checks that you people should do?
See, in real estate, you cannot feel FOMO that everybody is investing in some part, you have to go and invest. If something like that happens, we always refrain from doing that.
True.
So the checklist we see first is like if I have decided this project is good and I want to invest. So there are basic 3-4 things which we check.
Okay.
First is the past projects of the developer.
Right.
When they were started, when they were completed, they have completed as per their commitment. What amenities they have told when the project was initiated, it has been delivered or not. So we do the past background check of the developer first. Then we select a project. We generally refrain from investing in a new builders.
Okay.
Because new builders are like very enthusiastic. They give you good rate also. But I don't know how they are going to deliver, because real estate is something which we are selling on the piece of paper.
True.
If I will tell you that you have to invest in this project, you will go to that land, there is nothing. We are only showing you this paper.
True.
But we should trust that 90-95% of this paper is going to be constructed as it is. First thing that we will check.
Right.
Second thing is always we check the RERA.
Okay.
Government has given us the tool in RERA which is so apt that you can go and check each and every document of the developer.
Okay.
The major thing which we check is the land sale deed.
Sale deed.
Major problem lies there.
True.
Because anybody starts selling their project without doing a sale deed. So maybe layman doesn't know this, but that is why we are here.
Correct.
That is why we always say that you keep a consultant, because we don't charge anything from the customer.
Right.
Still we are consulting them. So there is no harm. So first of all, you check the developer's background. Second thing, you check RERA, where all the documents and all the legal formalities will be there.
Correct.
And third thing is that the similar project in the same area is offering the similar rates or not.
Okay.
The scenario which I told you, they were selling the project in South Bhopal with at least 20% discounting.
Oh.
And we were always very suspicious about it.
Right.
Because this doesn't had any logic. Why somebody is selling such a lower rate? People fall for the rate.
True.
You think that somebody is selling at 100 rupees, I am getting things for 80 rupees in the next locality. Why should I not buy it?
True.
But if somebody is selling for lesser amount, there has to be some logic.
True.
So these 3 things we always check before investing, even a single flat or 100 flat. We check this, then only if we are short, then only we will go with that project.
Got it. But then isn't it like someone who would have purchased their land many years back? So I remember one of the reputed builders in the city usually tells me whenever we want to put up a scheme, we plan 16 years in advance. So if at a particular area they want to build a construction, they buy the land 16 years before that, so that whatever plus minuses comes, they are all nullified and they get the maximum return from the land. So, and their purchase cost is very low.
True.
So when they put up their construction scheme, being a very reputed builder, they usually offer 5 to 7% lesser than the market, and their units sells like quickly.
True. This is true, but 5 to 7% is general trend.
Okay.
It is a very general trend. But somebody, if a market rate is of 100 and somebody is selling for 80 rupees, then there lies something. You have to check it. I am not saying that everything is fraud like this, but I am suspicious about it. I will do my due diligence, I will check it, I will check the developer's quality, I will check past projects, and if all the checks are giving me a good result,
right,
then that is good.
Got it.
It is not like that everybody is fraud.
True. So how does celebrities come into play? I've seen a lot of construction companies hire celebrities as their brand ambassadors. Does that really work?
Sometime it does.
Okay.
Sometime it does. Like for certain builders, recently I have seen that they have hired the local celebrities of Gujarati films.
Okay.
I think that kind of investment in marketing definitely helps.
Okay.
But on a very larger scale, I do not think that thing work as a customer centric thing. It can be a brand value generating thing.
Okay.
Your brand value, because if you are hiring a bigger star in Ahmedabad, not all the developers are doing this.
True.
But if you are doing it, then you stand out somewhere.
You stand out from the crowd.
But I would not say that it will boost your sales. Your sales is going to, or you are going to charge premium or your construction.
Correct.
That is not going to happen. It is a brand building activity, not a customer pulling activity.
Got it. So as a chartered accountant and as a real estate consultant, so you know the numbers and the real estate together. So what is that keeps you awake at night? What makes you burn the midnight oil?
See, real estate and chartered accountancy in a nutshell is a very different things. But if you see it from my eyes, they are entangled. Because chartered accountancy course also tells us how to deal with money and legally, law and everything.
Right.
And real estate is all about money. So the thing that keeps me awake is maximization of wealth. How can I generate alpha over the industrial standard?
Okay.
Because real estate is something like that. Something is happening right now in this area. We are investing. There may be a point where government changes some scheme and there is a bridge coming on, there is a road diversion, and the area changes. So like chartered accountancy course, in real estate also you have to be updated. Because in chartered accountancy and both, like in chartered accountancy there is amendments coming all the times in GST or other law, and you have to keep yourself updated. In real estate also there are so many things going on. Like recently we heard that the one news that the government of India has already applied for this Olympics in 2036.
Correct.
And they have mentioned Ahmedabad. I have heard this specifically.
Right.
So this kind of a news, when it is coming, there is a generally hype, and if it is true, it is going to impact Ahmedabad real estate in a very broad way.
Is it? But I have a different take on it. Maybe I might be wrong. So I have studied a lot of cities where Olympic was there. So what happens in Olympics is a lot of people from all around the world come to the city, and you need a lot of space and a lot of infrastructure.
True.
Starting from transportation for their places to stay and the places to play. In doing this, or in generating the facilities for the Olympics to be held in the city, the municipal corporation of the city has to spend a lot of money.
True.
Maybe the central government may help, may not, but they have a lot of they have to really invest into huge infrastructure projects and transportation to say, and they run out of money because they are also running on limited funds. And based on the last 5 Olympics that has been held in the cities, the major city corporations were leaking a lot of money.
True. But that is not the case in India, because the last Olympics where we talk, like we talk about the Paris Olympic. Paris is already so much developed. You cannot compare it with Ahmedabad. We here in Ahmedabad leak or lose on major infrastructure development, which is a basic necessity also. At least I can expect that basic necessities like roads, sewage problems, places to stay, good grounds, these all things are a basic necessity today. Right now we are lacking on this also. When we say about Olympics is coming, we are not talking about a top-notch facilities. That is a different thing. But at least the basic infrastructure of the city will be put on the test. And no country who is holding Olympic-like event will see that it will not work. So they will generate the infrastructure in a way which will be helpful for us also for a longer period of time. It is not a short-term investment that it is a one-time event, it has done and dusted. The infrastructure will stay with us. After that, I am not talking about how Indian economy will be boosted. I am talking about how real estate will be boosted. So the more roads and sewage systems are there, more facilities, more transportation ways are there, definitely that will be very helpful to the city in a longer run also.
True.
So you can not see Olympic as an event for a very short term also.
True. So can you share any of your learnings where you made a deal but learned a lot out of it, and what did you learn out of it? So anything that you could share from your
many. There are many learning in these 5 years. I have learned a lot from my real estate experience. The one thing which I will always keep in mind and always keep in my heart is that you should never overcommit to a client.
Okay.
Never overcommit in real estate. Because real estate involves a huge amount of investment. A single digit overcommitment can cause a huge impact on your relationship, on the investment expectation of the client also.
True.
Sometimes what happens that in a flow of some words we say something like that this will be liquidated. I will liquidate it 1 year. No worries. But everything is not in your hand in real estate. You have to see the bigger picture first before. It is not a very short term investment, or it is not a very slow moving item or very fast moving item. So you have to commit what you can deliver. True. It is as simple. Although this is for all the industries.
True for all the
industries. But real estate, that impact of you committing something which you cannot deliver is a huge impact.
True.
If I take 1 CR from you right now and I say this area is going to be very nice, without checking that this is actual the picture or not, and I invest your 1 CR, that can be the only capital you have generated from 10 years of hard work. But if I have invested in somewhere which I cannot liquidate in a real time when you need it, then it can be a life-threatening situation for you.
True.
So real estate can make or break person like that. If you are committing something, you have to make sure that 80, 90, 95% you can deliver it. Otherwise, do not commit. In real estate, we always say that buying is not a task. In real estate, if you have money, you can go and buy anything anywhere from any person.
True.
When it comes to selling or liquidating your investment, that is a task, that is a challenge.
True.
So if you have bought something from a developer, but if you go and say that after 3 years that I want to sell it, he may not be interested. He may or may be not. But you have to have somebody on your side who is particularly looking to your investment. I am only considering Rushik's investment because that is my only portfolio. If I invest something, I take a horizon. I will not say that 1 साल में बिक जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. It will take time. If you say today, I will at least take 6 months to sell it.
Okay.
Maybe more. So you have to commit in a way that in case of emergency or anything adverse happens, you can liquidate that property.
True.
So never overcommit in real estate.
True. So what is that one questionable tactics that your competitors play which you feel like they should not? like something which is unethical or something which is questionable, you know?
See, in real estate, unethical practices are everywhere if you see it like that. See, many of my competitors overcome it. Many of my competitors take money from the clients but do not give it on real time to the developers. They keep it with themselves.
Ah,
They invest it as per their or their will. They
okay.
keep the money and they tell the customer that we have invested in this project, but they invest in somewhere else.
Ah,
So many malpractices are there. Recently, one fraud came out. One of the real estate consultant, he took money and so invested it in real estate. He took money from the customer as a real estate, but invested it in share market.
oh,
But he lost it and he ran away. So these kind of malpractices are always there.
okay.
Many people are doing that, but day by day, it is getting controlled by the government also, because when it goes into a very large scale, then government is getting involved in that, and they are trying to settle it for the other people also, that if somebody is doing that, they are also taken care of.
Got it.
So in that way, people are doing it, but government is trying to control it.
Got it. What is your take on buying a commercial property and renting it out versus buying a residential property and renting it out?
See, your sole purpose is rental income, then I would always recommend commercial.
Okay.
Because residential, generally the ROI for rental is like 4-5%, whereas you can earn more in commercial properties. Generally, the agreement in good commercial properties are for a longer term.
Okay.
It is like a 9 years, 5 years, and with a lock-in period of 3 to 4 years. But in residential, no such activity is there. There is always 1 year agreement. Next year you renew it, but it is not sure. Every time you keep on changing the tenant, there will be a less ROI every year. But in commercial, that is for a longer period of time, and it is a safety. People sometimes definitely take safety over ROI. If there is less return, that is the only reason the pre-leased banks are always in demand, because bank take the property for like longer period of 20 years, 25 years.
True.
And with longer period of agreement, they also give you a longer lock-in period.
True.
So people are willing to take that because there is 4 or 5% of ROI, but they have mental peace that it is for a long term. So this situation is only in commercial. It is not always in residential the same case.
Correct. Right.
That is why I always recommend commercial properties.
Do you recommend taking a loan to buy such investments? If so, what percentage should be the down payment and what percentage should be the loan?
See, this depends on your investment, what you are getting out of it. If you see residential or commercial property ROI on rentals, but people miss out the capital appreciation over that period of time. If you sell it after 5 years, you are not going to get the same price you have bought.
Correct.
See, so if you are getting 5% every year, plus you are getting 20% in 4 or 5 years, then you are also getting 5-7% capital appreciation also.
Correct.
So overall property gain 10 to 15% anyways you get.
True.
So if you are taking a loan which is right now 8 or 9% and you are getting 15%, 20% out of it in a longer period of times, it may happen that your EMI is right now more, but after 5 years when you sell the property and you get the gain of 15% every year, XIRR we calculate, if you are getting 15%, but the loan you have taken is of at 8%, then definitely you are generating alpha.
Correct.
And banks are always there to give you loan if your CIBIL is good. Then why not take money from somebody and leverage it and earn good? And it is backed by a proper asset. Real estate is a proper asset which is not going to go anywhere.
Right.
So banks are safe, we are safe. If you are generating that much return, then definitely go for loans.
So what is the ideal percentage that one should take a loan on? Let's say if someone is buying a property of 1 crore rupees, what ideally should they invest from their own pocket, and what should be their ideal loan amount if the purpose is, let's say, commercial, buying a commercial asset which gives them year on year good
rental
returns.
incomes. Rental incomes. Definitely I would recommend maximum loan.
Okay.
Like the maximum loan which a bank gives is 90%.
Of the asset
10%
value.
margin you have to pay yourself. So I would always recommend take out 10% out of your pocket, use 90% of the bank's money,
Okay.
and generate alpha on that.
Okay.
You are paying 8% on that, 8 or 9%, or in commercial cases there will be higher 10%. But if you are sure that you can generate XIRR of 15 to 20% from that asset, then definitely use bank's money. Use your money in something else better, your business or other investment that you can do. So generate income from bank's money, I would always recommend.
Okay. And what about people who are not doing investment? So I've seen a lot of majority of the common man, so to say, would not, his purpose is not wealth generation when he's buying his first property. What changes when he's buying the first property? Like percentage of loan, or what does the change to what you have seen normally?
See, there are two kind of people. One is buying their first home. For the first time they are buying something in real estate for their purpose of using it, not as investment. They are both emotionally and financially attached with the property. There is another class of people who invest it as an investment. They are not emotionally attached. For that person, it is very easy to invest and it is very easy to exit. But for somebody who is using it and keeping it for himself, is emotionally attached, it is not very easy for them to exit. But real estate is something that if you take a loan also and you buy a house, but after 5, 10, 20 years when your loan is paid, your capital is accumulated.
Right.
It is your own money that has accumulated over the years in an asset. After 5, 10 years when you sell and move to another house, you see a capital appreciation on your own capital. So रियल एस्टेट में ऐसा नहीं है कि यू जस्ट इन्वेस्ट एंड गेट गेन, बट उसमें कैपिटल एक्यूमुलाइजेशन भी होता है. कैपिटल एक्यूमुलेशन जो होता है उसमें जो आपका पैसा है वो एक जगह आके बस गया. सो फॉर दैट रीज़न पीपल इन्वेस्ट इन रियल एस्टेट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, बट दे नो कि ये पैसा मेरे पास आज तक 50 लाख रुपए नहीं था, बट नाउ आई हैव ए एसेट ऑफ 50 लाख रुपीज़, भले मैंने लोन लिया है. सो आफ्टर दैट दे अंडरस्टैंड द वेल्थ क्रिएशन प्रोसेस.
ओके.
In share market, you invest 1 lakh rupees, you get 10,000 profit. Banks doesn't give loan for investing in share market generally. So with somebody else's money, you are paying some interest, which home loan definitely is very cheaper in India, and it is getting cheaper day by day. So you are taking money from bank, you are paying it, dhire, you are paying it, and at the end, after paying all the loans and everything, the house is belonging to you, which is a worthy asset. So you accumulate that wealth through real estate. So when they buy first house, they learn this concept, and next time they try to buy another house, they try to buy next house, and that way they create wealth. They start creating wealth. So before you buy first, there are many myths about real estate. First is like, if you have crores of rupees, then and only then you can invest in real estate. Second thing is, everything is black. There is no place where everything is 100% white. Third thing is that हो सकता है कि प्रॉपर्टी बिके ही ना, हो सकता है कि मेरा पैसा डूब जाए. People are thinking in that way. That was the case like 10, 20, 15 years back. But today, things are very transparent. You get many properties where you invest 100% white money.
Right.
There are so many properties where you can invest certain amount right now, and then you have to pay at the time of possession. Pay on possession schemes are there.
Right.
And third thing is that there are so many checklists right now that you go through that checklist, your money is safe.
True.
So when these myths are getting away from a person's mind, then and only then he will invest in real estate.
So what do you think? Why is still black money relevant in the industry? I don't understand why. Because after GST, pretty much every purchase that the builder is making except the land is all on paper, and they get a GST credit on it as a builder. So why is it still a few builders, not everyone, but still there is, I would say, even if the chief minister has to buy his own bungalow, he has to pay a certain amount in cash and a certain amount in white. I don't understand why.
See, I have heard this in a conference where somebody asked Nirmala Sitharaman about it, that why still I have to pay black money. But the thing is that things are getting sorted day by day.
Right.
Right now what happens, the majority amount in land purchase goes in black money. So when the purchase cost of land is so low, how can you show this much of profit? And definitely there is a tax burden on this investment and profits which a developer is getting, they are just trying to divert it. So many developers are doing this, but day by day, things are changing very fast, very fast. We are moving towards the plastic money. We are definitely moving towards.
So just
white
because
money.
their procurement on the land part is low, is where they diverge into black money tactics.
Definitely, because the land is the major costing of your project. If your costing is so low and you are taking everything in white, then you are incurring huge income tax. Your profits are very high because
True.
you are showing that your major raw material is very cheap and you are selling it at full capacity. Then the profit will be very high.
Margins will be very high.
Then you have to pay income tax. Maybe that is the only reason they are right now doing it.
Got it. Interesting. So then the government's, I'm sure the government knows that the cost of, but that is market driven. So even the government can't do anything about it except they have this jantri rates whereby they say that minimum you have to pay this much. But that is their stamp duty. The market value could be anything, because I remember I bought a property a few years back and the property actual value was lesser than the jantri rates. Jantri rates are the rates which the government publishes. And I had to pay more stamp duty because the jantri was higher than the actual value.
There are some places right now also, from last hike of jantri value, there are some places where actual jantri value is more than the property's value. It happened because government cannot do it on a very specific level. They do it on a macro level, not on a micro level.
Right.
So some places there is jantri where is the property value is very high. Some places there is jantri where the property value is at par. But there are also some places where jantri value is higher than the property value. So there are pros and cons. This cannot be judged by the government on a very accurate basis. Although every year or every once in a while government is trying to increase jantri so that the check value is going to increase day by day. So that is happening, but government cannot control it on a peak point that is this particular property or this particular project or this area is below the jantri rate.
Right.
That cannot be right now done.
True. How do you see the redevelopment space in real estate? Because I've seen recently, if the apartment is not even just 40 years old and people are like demolishing it and creating a new one. So what is your take on it?
See, redevelopment is a very, very cream project for a developer or for anybody who is residing in that project. But the legal constraints are too much.
Okay.
Developers are willing to do that. Societies are willing to do that. But the legal constraints are so much that anybody can stop it at any point of time.
Is it?
So that is the only problem, because recently court has already given an order that 75% of members from the society agree, then they can go ahead with this redevelopment projects. And any redevelopment project is a win-win situation for the developer also and for the society members also.
Okay.
They are getting right now, if you see like any building which is constructed 20 years back or 10 years back, that kind of construction is not having that kind of amenities which we are having today.
True.
There are no gym, they are not allotted, no allotted parkings, there are no common spaces. The lifts are also older, not high speed lifts are there. The construction quality is lower than what it is today.
True.
So everybody wants to redevelop their project because they will get additional benefit. And builders wants to do it because they get additional units which they can sell and generate profit. Once the legality is sorted, which is currently going on, but need more clarification from the government side also on that. Once that is done, this will be a very cream project for developers.
Okay.
And another thing is that if you see Ahmedabad's periphery right now, the older city has no place to construct new building. Best example for that is Shaibag.
Okay.
People from Shaibag doesn't want to move out of the Shaibag. You understand? People who are staying in Shaibag does not want to move out of Shaibag. What is the only option they have? They are demolishing old properties, constructing new buildings which are higher rise. Right now there are projects which are 4, 5, 6 floors. Now they are constructing 14, 15 floors, additional spaces getting converted, and people are moving. Same people are moving in a new house.
Right.
So this kind of old cities, they don't have any place for new construction. So best option for that location is redevelopment.
Okay. Got it. That is a good take on, especially because of the amenities and space.
True.
And it's a good for the real estate construction companies. They don't have to invest in the land. They get the land for free. They get the customers for free as well, isn't it?
They 50% of project is acquired by existing members only, and another 50% is somewhere like the nearby people only who are looking for flat but not getting because there are no new construction in old areas.
True.
So it is very easy to sell also.
But then why do they demolish properties which are just 20-30 years old? I don't understand, because an average tenure for a building is usually 100 years. 100 years means the building is like can stand the weather.
See, 100 years is very, very long period of time. We cannot say that. 30 years is maximum we take on that. 30 years is the expiry date of a building. But it is not about the time period it is. It is about the demand. Like demand in that area is so much that builder are willing to pay good. Society members are getting better facilities. So it is such a win-win situation for everybody that it looks very lucrative to demolish a property and make it a better version of what it is exactly right now.
Okay.
So developers are going to earn from it. Members are getting benefit out of it. Members are even getting rentals for the period they are constructing. They are also getting gift money out of it. They are also getting better homes, bigger sizes, bigger room sizes and everything.
True.
So it is a win-win situation.
True.
So that is the reason. Even it is not like that it's a 5-year-old property. Definitely you if there is a demand and there is a society which you can construct which is better than existing, then 5-year-old property is also ready for redevelopment. There is no issue. There is no law about it.
True.
So it is a win-win situation. You can definitely go for it.
So someone, let's take an example of a person who is like 35-40 years old or 30 to 35 years old, who has a stable income, has his own house. What are your recommendations for him for purchasing a wealth generating real estate investment for him? What do you suggest for that kind of a person?
See, my heart goes for passive income. I always vouch for passive income. So I always want somebody to buy their first property which looking at the way that it will generate a passive income of at least 6 to 8% for them.
Okay.
So first property I would always recommend person to buy is something that generate their passive income. From that passive income, you can plan another property.
Okay.
And that is how it will go on. So if you want to create wealth, it is said that never sell a house, never sell your property.
True.
You generate income from that. If you are getting 7-8% out of it, then definitely you keep on adding your own money which you have earned out of this year, and plus the money you are getting from the passive income and planning your next property.
Absolutely.
You keep on doing that one after another and you will end up having 10, 15, 20 properties over a period of time. Wealth generation is not like a very small period of time. You might be knowing it because you own such a huge fleet of real estate. So this is the way you create a wealth over a period of 10, 15, 20 years. You invest your own money, plus you invest money you have generated from your own properties.
True. Yeah. So it pays with itself. So I took the first property, the rental income now pays for the another property that I have bought.
Yes.
And it multiplies itself.
It multiplies like that. You also invest the money you are earning plus the money you are earning from the property.
True.
So both income will go and buy another property.
True.
That is how we always suggest that if you are looking for a people, the problem is people are not looking for wealth creation in real estate. They want profits. They want short-term profit, short-term gains, big gains. That is a altogether different game. Wealth creation needs patience. Wealth creation needs a vision. After that only you can get your wealth maximized over a period of time. It is not just 5-year plan you have done that I will do this, I will do this. It is a vision that in 10, 15, 20 years I want to own like 10, 15, 20 properties in Ahmedabad. And you have to make a plan and work accordingly. It doesn't take care of the ups and downs. You are not worried about the ups and downs. You are only focusing on the wealth building. That I have to keep on building wealth. After 10, 15 years, you will see back that I have brought this property on this rate, I have brought this property on this rate. But always after 10 years, your rate will be always higher.
Always.
So you are not looking in real estate for a very shorter period of time, but you are judging it on a broader perspective.
Correct.
And for wealth generation, I always suggest it is not city specific. If you think that another city is there and you can manage it and you can invest in which will give you good returns, then there is no barrier.
True.
that you should not invest out of Ahmedabad. There are many cities, good cities, which are generating rental income better than Ahmedabad on residential properties also.
True.
Like Bangalore is there, like Mumbai is there, where residential property rental demand is very much.
True.
So you can do that also.
What is your take on the RETs, Real Estate Investment Trusts?
See, REITs are a good way to invest in a fraction of properties.
Okay.
But the thing is that in India, REIT majorly depends on the rental incomes.
Yes.
So once the rental income is not getting generated, you will not get any return on it.
True.
So that is a risk you are taking. You do not control the property. You do not control. You are just having a fraction. For example, Reliance Industry में मैंने एक share लिया, तो I am shareholder of that one share only.
True.
In real estate also it is the same. Bigger companies are taking properties on rentals, but it depends on the economic cycle here and there.
But that also is the same if I do it individually. But if I do it in the RET, isn't it that my risk is mitigated because it is covered like multiple different properties?
Yeah, definitely. See, higher return, higher risk is there. If you are investing in REIT, it's a safer option to invest in real estate. It is 100 times safer you investing yourself.
Correct.
But then you cannot expect multiple time of returns also from that kind of.
Got it.
It is same like you are investing in a debt fund which is generating 10 to 12% returns for you. You have to be satisfied with that.
Got it.
You cannot say that I have invested in REIT, my money will grow like 25% ROI will be generated.
That's
that
not
I
possible.
don't think it's possible, because rental yield itself is 7 to 8% in commercial.
True.
So if a company is earning 7 to 8% on their commercial, how can you expect them to earn money for you 10 to 20%?
True.
So REIT is a very safe investment for real estate.
True. Any other lessons that while growing your business, where you are today versus where you started, what are your top 3 learnings in growing the business?
See, first is commitment. People are very motivated to start their own journey. Very motivated. In India, everybody wants to do their own business. But motivation is not the sole thing that will make you successful. The thing that is must is discipline. Your commitment towards your business should be like that of a person's commitment towards himself, his family, and your business. So the commitment, first thing I say that commitment should be always there. That you should be very much committed to your business. Second thing, people start with motivation. They start a business. They don't have a path. They have no goals. They have no vision. They don't know where they want to go. From the first day, when you start your journey, you should know that where I want to go.
Okay.
And you have to keep working according to your vision. You cannot change the course of your journey each time you feel like. Certain things are there which needs to be corrected at times, but you cannot forget why you started.
Right.
The second thing is that you are committed to your business. Second thing, you know where you are going. And third thing is team building. People miss on team building. You cannot do everything yourself.
True.
I am an entrepreneur and I think I am the best. Yes, you are the best. But if you are doing something which anybody else can do, then you are wasting your time.
Absolutely.
You have to do something which only, like I have to do something which only Nilesh Dhanuka can do. Then and only then my business will grow.
True.
If I can delegate something to somebody, that is the first thing I should do.
Absolutely.
People are not delegating. That is the only reason they are not growing. They are doing good. I am doing everything. I am earning good. I am satisfied. Okay. You are not growing. If you are having a goal of growing exponentially, that you want to grow 10 times, 20 times of current business, then you have to keep delegating, finding right person for the right job and giving them that job and trusting them that they will do. That is the sole purpose I should do. So these 3 things are something which I always try to follow. And definitely I know this will give me success.
Absolutely. Rome was not built in a day. So you need a lot of people.
And Rome was also not built by one person. If you see Taj Mahal, everybody says Shahjahan ne banaya, bahut mast hai, bahut sundar hai. But there were many people
involved
who had that delegated jobs to do in that. Otherwise Shahjahan could not build it.
True.
That is the thing.
Anything else that you would want to share with the listeners?
The thing I would like to share with the listeners is a caution statement that I would make about real estate, that do not feel FOMO. Never feel FOMO about real estate investment. If you are not investing, people are earning. Never look at their earning. What they are doing is their own journey, their own capacity. If somebody is investing 1 CR, he might be having 5-10 CRs with him. You don't feel like that he is investing 1 CR, I should also invest 1 CR. Always do a proper due diligence.
True.
Never fall for something which is very lucrative without doing a due diligence. That is where most of the people, because you understand one thing, that pro investors plus the consultant like us always do due diligence. ट्रैप में कौन फंस रहा है? आम जनता, the customers, the layman who doesn't understand the industry but wants to buy something to use. The end users are getting trapped.
True.
So always consult somebody who you can trust.
True.
Either it can be your brother, sister, or who is having a proper knowledge. Any consultant you have in real estate will not charge anything from you.
True.
We always charge from the developer. Always charge from the developer.
So always hire a good consultant.
Hire a good consultant.
Why
It is
not?
free for you. Why are you not hiring? That is the.
True.
But hire a consultant whom you can trust, whom anybody in your circle can vouch for.
True.
Not all the consultants are also good. Not all the builders are good. Not all the customers are also good.
Absolutely.
But you have to see your inner circle, whom a person in your circle has trusted and got a good reviews. Then and only then hire that consultant.
True.
So that is my take for all the listeners.
Wonderful. Super. So thank you so much, Nilesh Dhanuka, for coming today and sharing valuable insights. I'm sure a lot of people would be very happy to listen to and see what you have shared. And best of luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Rushik. It was a great opportunity, and I think I have shared things which people can relate to. And if anybody has any query, definitely you can post a comment on it and we will definitely reply. Thank you so much, Rushik.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.